So we're back with another deer hunting vlog. Just early season deer chore work. I'm actually in a spot right now, not too far from where I was in the last video. Just looking at this, or came here to check on this deer stand, I should say. This is kind of in a, I'd say this is a staging area before a field, but it gets hammered a lot during October as well. Either they're gonna go where I put up the first deer stand, or they're gonna come out here where I have this lock on. I didn't hunt this lock on but like 4 or 5 times last year. I seen deer every time. You're gonna see deer out of this one for sure. I mean, it's very close to a field, and you'll just see them working their way out towards the field. And it's actually a pretty good spot to catch them before they hit the fields. If you got a deer coming out in the right there, as it gets dark, you can come sit in this deer stand and you might catch them slipping on a good the coldest day out of that week. They got this tree tore up, man. Tore up. And I'm gonna follow it in a straight line back. Show you guys. They got this one broke all the way off. That one broke off this past year for sure. This one's actually like a scrape. I can see the divot in the ground right there to where the scrape used to be. So it's pawed out, and then they come here and rub up on it a good bit. This one probably would get knocked over by the end of this year. You could see where the limbs have broke from when they've been rubbing. If you keep going in a straight line still, you'll see another rub right here. I don't know why this one isn't knocked off more. They hit this one a lot. Another scrape right here, and you can see the pawing ditchings in the pine needles where they have been walking through here. It's another nice historic rub. You can see where they've been knocking on this one pretty good. Check out what I just found. Anybody know what that is? I know I do. So this is a roost tree for sure. That's interesting. Bunch of game back in here. But this is just a pretty good, like, I'd call this a staging area where the deer like to come and make a couple rubs and scrapes and waste time until it gets dark. And I didn't show you guys the lock on, but it's in a pretty good spot. So that rub line, there's the lock on. And that rub line runs just down the side of this open area, where you can see this opening in the pines right in here. And it's kind of thick along that edge. Right along that edge, that rub line. They start making them right there at that skinny tree. And it goes all the way down that line right there till on out. I would go do some scouting out now, but it's just after rain, and I'd probably leave my scent everywhere here in the pine needles. But I actually came here to check on the stand and just to see what the condition and the shape of it. Like I said, I sat in it 5 or 6 times this past year, and I got seen a deer every time. Little bucks. I think I seen 3 or 4 little bucks in 3 different sits, and the rest were does, but still seen deer for it to be a lock on. With it being that staging area, like I said before, a field, you're more likely to see a deer right there on the edge of a field. I mean, I'm probably 100 yards off the field, so your chances of catching them in daylight in a staging area is 10 times greater than catching them in the field in daylight. So that's why I like hunting staging areas a lot, and scrape lines and rubs and mock scrapes and stuff like that. But it seems she's doing not bad, I'd say. This one's also not that tall up there. I mean, it's probably, I don't know, this one's probably taller. Go a little bit taller. It's probably definitely 15 foot. Yeah, that's up there a good ways. But I don't, like I said, I don't really like to get too high out of a climber or lock on her. of such. I mean, I'm not against it by any means. I don't know. I've seen deer, and I don't really go sit at a lock-ons to see a lot of deer. I go to sit in a lock-on to kill a deer that I have on camera that's pretty big. If I want to go see a bunch of deer, I would go sit out in the field and in the middle of the rut and test my luck on him bumping a doe out. But normally, like I said, I have that saddle. If I want to go get aggressive and sit into a bedding area, I'll take the saddle, and I'll just go dive into bedding area with my wind facing the back way out, away from any deer that could possibly be laying down. And I've seen a lot by doing that too. But I think I'm gonna get on up here and I think I'm gonna check it out real quick. Like I said, I'm just gonna go clean it off and make sure there ain't no wasp nest or anything in it, and then I'll be back down, and I got another ground blind out in the field I need to go clean off and make sure that, you know, just get it back right, brush it in and everything. I might go ahead and do that. I just want to set it back up for sure. This fell over, I laid it over so the wind wouldn't blow it away. Kind of tucked it into trees, and I'm pretty sure it kept all the canvas and everything on it pretty nice, and not as faded out as what it should be if it was sitting out in the sun. But I'm gonna go clean this off and make sure there's no wasp nest or anything like that. Hopefully there's not a snake that got up there somehow. But if there's a snake up there, then you might see me jump from about 15 feet. This one actually has a lot bigger of a platform. I don't know if you can tell. And it's really like a permanent sit. This is not lightweight at all. I think this whole platform right here is made out of steel. So it's pretty heavy. It's not the lightest at all, by no means. I got a good shot window out of this one. I mean, if there was one coming from the right, you know, I could kick my feet like this and hold off. I mean, if he comes and works that scrape right in front of me that I was showing you guys, he's dead. He stands no chance. And another thing I like about this stand is the trail that meets this staging area, I got a perfectly good sight, but the deer wouldn't be able to see me that good. There's a huge window down the trail and I can just see perfect. But I know that the deer'd probably just be working through grazing and would probably walk straight up on me. Here in the next couple weeks, I'm gonna go get some facial gland, and I'm gonna go ahead and start making some mock scrapes and running some cameras on them, because they use them all year regardless, as if they have their horns shedded. They only rub when they have horns shedded, but they'll make scrapes and paw the ground. They'll lick on licking branches. They'll do that all year round, regardless horns or not. They make scrapes all year. So I'll probably end up go ahead and doing that here soon as well. That'll probably be in another video, putting up some mock scrape cameras and how I like to do it, because there is an art to that. If you put up a camera over a mock scrape, I mean, this is just my opinion, if you put up a camera over a mock scrape or a rub, you're almost better off hunting it first, because if he shows up on camera and that camera goes off and he sees it, he's probably not going to come back. He just doesn't feel comfortable to him. I've had that happen multiple times where I've put the camera up, they've hit it one time, noticed the camera, and then they got out of there. They didn't ever hit the mock scrape again. So yeah, I enjoy this deer stand a lot. I really do. It's a pretty good one. It's not really flimsy or anything like that at all. This is another one of them you can stand out of and be pretty stable out of. It doesn't have the leaning cushion like the other one in the other video, but it has a lot more platform width and just a lot more room to stand. If I was standing and I wanted to shoot and I had my saddle on with the harness, which I didn't bring today because it's hot and humid, and Jesus Christ, I probably would be, it probably wouldn't be good, that's all I'm gonna say. But I enjoy this stand right here a lot. I wish I had a lot more of these to go set up as permanent sit stands, but they're just so heavy and a hassle to get up, man. They really are. I don't see how a lot of people use these deer stands as mobile hunting stands. I've actually seen a video where a guy was using this deer stand as a mobile hunter, and dude, no way. There's no way I could lug this through, especially these thick pines. There's just no way at all. There's no way. But I'm gonna go ahead and get down, and I got this one cleared off. I just wanted to check and see if everything was good on it. Got my cup holder, it's good. My gun rest is where I can hang my gun on, and I can hang it off that right side, and it'll dangle perfect to where I can just reach around, grab, and get on the deer. Yeah, I'm hoping to actually hunt out of this one a lot more. This is a very good deer stand. I was pretty smart putting this one up. Again, probably could have moved it back, but if he gives me a shot, it's gonna be at like 15 yards. So I like to get up close and personal. I think a lot of people know that. So we'll check that one off the list. Pretty good deer stand there. That's I forgot what the name of that one is. I imagine if you just search up Game Winner lock-ons, GAMEWINNER, Game Winner. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I mean, it's a big platform, as you guys can tell. I'm about 6', 6'1", and that platform is more than enough room, and the seat height is what I like about it. The seat height is very good on it too. Now the XOP is just so adjustable, is what I like about the XOP. You can adjust seat height. You can adjust a lot of things on those XOPs. Those are really nice lock-ons. Kind of just want to walk around and see some more historic rubs and show you guys how good of a staging area this is, because I don't think that gave it enough justice of how good that deer stand actually is. Trying to look for some. They used to hammer it right in here. Like I say, I do have a problem sometimes overhunting stands that I shouldn't overhunt. That one out there, the first year I put it up, I overhunted it a lot because I had a pretty big buck, bigger than the one that I showed y'all in the last video, both of them pretty much. And I hammered the deer stand, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I hunted the piss out of it, dude. But it's okay. I mean, you got to, people always say you can't kill them from the couch, but sometimes you're better off sitting on the couch. See, that's the type of scrapes and rubs. You can see that was a big deer. That's probably the one I was hunting 2 years ago. I mean, he got all the way up there, son. Like I said, I'm 6 foot. He's got gashes in it up here in about 4.5 feet. So that's a pretty good deer wherever he's at, wherever he's laid up. These spiders are no joke this year, guys. Holy crap. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead out there and clean off this ground blind and at least put it up. I normally stake it in the ground, but this one's kind of heavy, I'm not gonna lie. And if it falls over, I can always just put it back up. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't get this ground blind put up. Like I said, I just kind of pushed it over into the grapevines just to make sure it wasn't going nowhere through all the storms through the years, and kind of laid it down like that so the canvas wouldn't get faded out either. So let's see what we can't do here. Trouble right there, boys. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I know I got some nice women. I know I got some nice women watching this. We got a wasp line, ladies and gentlemen. I do not like that. We gonna be alright. Gotta do a little wasp check every now and again. You don't never know when a pile of about 35 hornets is gonna come in and just light you up. That's not what we want here. Not what we want. Yeah, there's a wasp nest in that bad boy. Can't find it though, man. Oh, there it is right there. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. I'm about to full send it, boys and girls. So it faded out some, but not as bad as what I think it would. When I brush it in, come the winter time, it ain't gonna be bad. So yeah, this is the final product of what it looks like. It did get faded out. I guess I left it up a little bit too late over the springtime, and yeah, this is pretty much what she looks like. Got some nice mesh net windows. I always left that one closed because I really can't do nothing but shoot out of this one, and I really can't do nothing but shoot out of this one for that way. And yeah, fit 2 chairs in there. It's actually a 7-foot tall roof on the inside. I'll show you guys. It's actually a 7-foot tall roof on the inside. So I'm 6 foot, and heck, you can tell right here. I can completely stand up in it and be perfectly fine. That's a pretty good deer stand. I like it. Haven't shot a deer out of that one yet either. Pretty conservative when it comes to deer hunting, guys. You're gonna learn that. I'll probably end up adding this video on to my ground blind video. And like I said, today is the 15th, and I'll probably end up going and buying some ground blinds tomorrow and putting them out tomorrow. And I'll just add this one onto the video. No big deal, no damage done. I actually feel pretty good about checking on that lock on and getting this ground blind back up. That's something else I don't have to do when it gets close to August and September. So yeah, I reckon I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. That makes a lot of people mad. It'll be alright then. This is that Code Blue mock scrape right here. It comes with a zip tie, and you zip tie it up to a limb. and it hangs, and you hang it about right in here, about waist high, probably 3.5, 4 foot off the ground. And the deer come up and hit it with their face on the navel gland that they have. I got to check my phone now to see where my camera's at to see if I can put it up though. I want to put it up in a good spot. I don't want to put it in a bad spot at all. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Essentially, this is like the face gland for a deer, and you're rubbing the face gland on this rope, and then they'll come back by and start it. It's basically just starting it off, because if not, you'll just have a rope tied up and they may not ever hit it. But sometimes they will. You just got to do this stuff, you really do. You got to try it and see if it works. If it doesn't, nothing hurt. Make sure that if you come out here and you're using bags or anything, pick up your trash. There's really no excuse for you leaving trash. There's no excuse. And yeah, that's about it for here. Well, I went and picked up that ground blind I was talking about the other day, and I got, as you see, a couple bags of corn because I didn't feel like using none out of our bin, especially with the drought we've been in. I actually picked up this Code Blue mock scrape. I got another hemp rope in the truck for it, and I'm gonna put this ground blind at a place I've never hunted before, so it might be like a little scout video too, on top of me setting up a ground blind and putting out corn at various locations. But I'm gonna try to speed it up as much as I can. But I don't know, some people like long vlogs, some people don't. Some of y'all have short entertainment mindsets, and I hate it for you. That's all I got to say. I'm going to this next location, then I'm probably gonna have to get some batteries for one of my cameras at the house and set it up and everything. So it might be a little choppy from here on out until I go to this location where I'm putting the ground blind up. I'm just trying to speed up me putting out corn and doing all of that. I don't really have to show me putting out corn and stuff in the video, but if y'all really want a true vlog of what I did today, then you need to see it. I'm here at the location where I'm thinking about putting the ground blind up, and I believe I'm gonna go ahead and do it. They have the cotton destroyed right here in this one part. A lot of people say they won't eat cotton, but dude, here you go, right here. Yeah, they won't eat cotton, all right. They sure won't. Let's find that other plant that they had absolutely screaming. I mean, this plant is done for, eating all the blooms on it. And it's just in this one area that I'm in right now because it's kind of tucked away. All of the cotton plants, I mean, you can tell where they're just done. Yeah, they're tearing it up out here. But yeah, I'm thinking about putting it right here, putting the camera, putting a little corn pile out, see if I can't pull them off the cotton. And I'm looking at right now 1, 2, 3. There's rubs everywhere. And they're older rubs from last year probably, but I'll walk you guys over here and let you look at them. So watch out for snakes. I can see where the sap's been hit on that one. Let's keep walking. That one's tore up from last year. That one's been tore up in the years past. That one's skimp. There's nothing even on it. Those are the rubs I like to see. I think I might have found a little honey hole right here, and it's real thick. high stem count all in there. I mean, it gets open too. It's pretty to where bucks would travel through it. They tore that one all the way down. They tore that little pine all the way off. I think I found it just that fast. I mean, sometimes all you got to do is just ride around here and you'll find them. I'm looking for more rubs and scrapes, but I can't seem to find any. And I don't want to ease in here too much and bump a big one. Yeah, dude, they're all in here. They're all in here. So I guess somewhere in here would be good. I'm just kind of walking the perimeter. Yeah, look at that. They already trying to, either that's a bed right there. Nah, that's where they already trying to rub. I mean, scrape. That's where they're already scraping it. Let's see. Oh, it's beautiful back in there. I can't put it up in there. Man, I'm gonna have to walk in here. Look at that one. I'm just gonna ease in here and try not to bump anything. It is beautiful. I mean, it's gonna be hard not to come in here with a saddle during the rut and hit something. There's so many rubs. So many old, I mean, they're old, but they're probably historical. They probably come hit them every single year. Look at this. Look where they got it beat down already. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hunt this. I think I found where I need to put it up at. And it's beautiful out there, out there real thick. There's a bed right there. Real briary right in here. Looks like that could be a bed. Yeah, that's a bed. That's a bed right there. I like this. I like this a lot. There's a scrape. I'm gonna rub in the bed. I'm gonna head on out, and this is a funnel straight towards the field, and I've never hunted this. This will be the first deer stand I've put here. A buck could definitely walk out of here. Well, yeah, he definitely could. Look where they've been coming up under this tree right here. I think this is gonna be where I put it up at for sure. I'm not gonna give too much of the location away at all. But I think somewhere up in here is gonna be good. Look at that trail. Yeah. So you just got to come out here and put some work in and you'll find them. I know it's hot and I know nobody wants to put in. That's a big deer. Holy crap, that's a big deer. Look how high up that is. Like if I'm sitting regular, that's up there. Jesus Christ. You just got to come out here and find them, man. They're here. They're always gonna be here. This is some of the best deer sign I've found in a long time. This is about to be a very, very hot spot. I just feel it. I just feel it. I'm probably gonna get a big deer on camera out here. And that's okay, because I'm gonna kill him. So I'm gonna go back just a little bit and I'm gonna put some corn out. And I got a bush axe. Sometimes what I like to do putting corn out, I like to take an electric weed eater or a bush axe and cut some grass down just to get the scent in the air. And then they'll come be curious and they'll find corn and they're like, oh man, we like this. And they'll eat it. And you'll just start getting cameras. I don't really hunt over corn that much. You're not gonna kill mature bucks over a corn pile. If you do, it's gonna be like in December when it's real cold. That's the only time. I mean, I'm just being honest. That's really the only time I know of killing big deer over corn. I mean, it just don't happen to me. I rarely see big deer coming out and eating off of a corn pile. I'll see them coming out to the field, to the ag field, but I don't see them coming to the corn piles at all, really none. But I'm gonna go ahead and set this camera up and everything and see if we can't get a big one, man. I just want to get a big deer on camera. That really satisfied me a lot. It really would. Take a lot of stress out of me too, if that makes any sense. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and get a bush axe and start whacking all this stuff down at the base of the tree. That way when I put the camera up, I'm getting pictures of strictly deer or movement and not as much limb. Like I'll probably break all these limbs and everything, so I'm just trying to do what I can so my camera doesn't go off and kill my battery. But before I do any of that, step one, got to put a dip in. You have to. When you find something like that, you got to put a dip in. Now we're ready. If your camera's going off all day because of a tree limb or something, you won't really know. You won't know to check it. And people say the majority of pictures you get at nighttime. That's true, but I'm liable to put this corn pile out and deer be laying down 50 yards right here off the corn pile. Get up, come get something to eat all throughout the day, and if the wind's going off blowing my camera, I'm liable to just forget about it, and then I won't ever see the picture of a buck coming out here and eating at 12 o'clock noon. You don't know. People say that that's not going to happen, but it does happen. I have places where deer just show up and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've actually had bucks on camera this year already at 3. That place y'all just watched me corn up at, I actually had a bachelor group walk out at 3 in the afternoon and feed broad daylight. Yeah, it'll be camera ready now. And I'll say one thing I do like about Tactacam, where you can actually go into your camera and watch a live feed of what it's looking at. I think that's pretty neat about Tactacam. I wish StealthCam had that, but there's probably a patent on that already. Somebody probably got that. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and try to set it up. With the excess strap that I have, here's what I like to do with it. Wrap it real low around the bottom of your camera. Then you take it and just tuck it in. And it shouldn't go nowhere like that. I'm gonna actually back off of it and see what it looks like, if it's pointing high or not. It's pointing a little high. Come here with the corn pile. Always pick the trash up. The ground blind. And I have a perfect look at where I want that. I mean, it looks like a perfect spot. It's gonna be real close to the corn pile, but if I'm bow hunting, that's what I want. I don't want them to be, I want it to be very close to this corn pile, because when a deer comes walking in and eating in the whole bachelor group, I don't want to be ranging it. I want to already know this corn pile is 15 yards away and I can just hold top pin. I mean, that's what I want to know. I messed up on a deer last year. The bachelor group walked out to the corn pile and the two biggest stayed away, and they made scrapes all the way around the corn pile at like 50-55 yards, and I was not ready to take a 55-yard shot with a bow, not yet. I'm gonna go work on this ground blind and we'll be good then. And the ground blind I'll be using is the Ameristep. I think this one, yeah, this is the Doghouse. This is very inexpensive ground blind. I have one expensive ground blind that I use, and that's the one that y'all see in the video that was over on its side and I just stood it up and everything. I don't, like I said, this ground blind is going to be here probably for early season. If it gets later, I'm probably going to be in those woods when the leaves drop and everything. That's just me personal, but I run a 2-stick saddle. I'll show y'all that one day. I run a 2-stick saddle setup with aiders. It's a pretty nice setup, I'm not gonna lie. I have to make that a whole separate video too. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this and try to put it up about as fast as I can. All right, we're done. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. So I got the fiberglass roof on it. This simple tent fiberglass poles. Stick them in the little grooves on each side, and it makes the roof pointy so rain don't get inside. Now we are on to the stakes. Shout out Dome for the chair and the ground blind. Now I'm about to show you guys what it looks like from the inside. I got a good view all the way to that corner. If I'm sitting here like this, I can see that rub. See all out into that, off that point right there. This is gonna be a good one, especially if I can get them coming out right there off that wood line surrounding the field. That's where they're gonna walk out at right there. That hole probably, and they'll probably walk to the left right in there, and he's dead. Sure is. So I'm gonna work on that with the bush axe, just getting it low, and then I'm gonna brush it in and we'll call it a day. Cleared out a nice little lane there. See it matted down. All that was standing, now it's clear. Got a couple limbs chopped down, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put a couple up just to protect the front side, and that's it. So, whew, getting tired. It's hot as hell. We got the ground blind set up. We got camera set up. Corn pile. Ready to see what we get here. I'm kind of excited about the spot, but don't know until we find out. I'm gonna call it a day because your boy is tired. Your boy be putting that work in to kill some big deer now. Might not kill one every year, but I'm gonna kill one. I'm getting consistent now. Y'all lacking on your boy. You're lacking. That saddle video is gonna be a good one. I got a feeling I might get some views on that tater, because a lot of people are trying to get into saddle hunting or into mobile hunting, and there's very few, or at least, what was that, last year, 2 years ago, there wasn't many videos up about saddles and stuff. There really wasn't, man. Ever since I got it, I started seeing more deer in daylight, not right there at the last 5 minutes of shooting time. So I enjoy saddle hunting, I really do. I think that's a game changer. I'm gonna need some ideas, because I'm put the ground blind up, I've got my lock-ons ready. That's about it. That's about all I can do. Maybe I can have some talks. I can sit here and just talk to y'all like a pod. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty dope. I'd buy a microphone, like a cheap talking microphone, and I'd go out in the woods and hold it in my hand and talk into it. Almost like a little podcast, if that would interest y'all some. I wouldn't do long podcasts either. It'd probably be like 30-minute pods. Probably like a little small one. Just about hunting. Any questions? It'd be like a Q&A. Tell everybody to drop. That might be what I do. I might tell y'all, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That'd be fun. So I'm gonna do the saddle video, and then after the saddle video, y'all in this video and in the saddle video, I'll tell y'all both, drop questions that you want to know about me, about the way I hunt, any questions about turkey hunting, deer hunting, fishing, anything. Y'all haven't seen me fish, but I'm pretty damn good at fishing too. Just any questions y'all have, drop them, and I'll do a Q&A one day. I'll write them down on paper, write the names of the comments, who commented, and I'll go through them one by one. And I think that'd be a pretty cool video. I really do. And I'll answer every single question. Every single question. I don't care. If you think you're being smart or funny, I'll reply back to it, buddy. I do not care. I really don't. But I think that's gonna be it for today. The only thing I'm gonna do is go pour corn out, and I don't think a lot of y'all are interested in that. So I'll see y'all on the next one, on the next saddle rundown of what I got, what I use, and everything. And yeah, it's pretty fun today. Got a lot done. Hoping I can get a big one on camera. And until then, until the saddle video, y'all be easy, and don't do nothing I wouldn't do.